Welcome, welcome. This is I'm trying to stay consistent with my TNA this year, man. So this is another episode of the TNA review, man. Look, tonight it was a fairly decent episode. I'm not gonna hold you. These are the episodes that we should have been having for the AMC debut when TNA outright embarrassed us for no reason. With that being said, we had the system. The system kicked off TNA. They had to say something after what they backdoored the shit out of Moose and JDC last week. Eddie Edwards was the front man cutting the promo. Alicia Edwards came out basically saying she gonna leave TNA or whatever the fuck, lead the system, whichever. It was an okay promo. It wasn't nothing too crazy. Bear Bronson, I want to see him being more of a major player on TNA. He really showed out in his title match against Kazarian a couple weeks ago, so I'm excited to see what he's able to do. Cedric Alexander, we already know his capabilities. Brian Myers, he's been putting in work since joining the system. Eddie Edwards, he's been a staple of TNA for the past 10 or so years, so not much else to say about that. The Righteous, I'm going to fast forward a little bit. The Righteous and the Hardys had a little backstage promo with the Righteous saying they got to team up a little bit. I don't really know what's up with that. I don't know what's going on. Whatever the fuck. Look, we had Stacks versus Hometown Man. Those that don't know Hometown Man, that is Cody Deaner. And I'm not going to hold you. Hometown Man, that's one of them corny gimmicks. That's one of them gimmicks that you scroll past social media and you like, this shit ass. Who the fuck care about Hometown Man? But when you there in them arenas, that nigga is over. Like, that nigga gets his reaction. He's good at that shit. Stacks, I fuck with Stacks. I fucked with Stacks since the family. I was a very big family fan when they was coming up at NXT. I know he got this international title, but he really not showing me nothing for real. Like, he's cool. He's cool, I guess. I think he should have stayed with the family. I think he was doing more in the family, but whatever. They try and give him a little opportunity. Hopefully, they come to their senses and realize, you know what I'm saying? Put my nigga back with Tony D, bro. He cool, but I think he was better as the underboss, bro. And then his story with Ariana Grace, it's not moving me. It's cool. Little love interest story. I'm fine with that. Fuck it. It's a fuck it story. So that wasn't really nothing. The beginning of the first hour of TNA tonight, it was fairly decent. Here's something that I forgot to say that happened. Nick Nemeth faced off against BDE, bruh. Nick Nemeth and BDE, they had a fairly decent match. I thought it was very funny that BDE came out in that backstage interview talking about something. He paid his dues. My nigga. Now, as a content creator, BDE is like that. And but paid your dues, bro. You wrestled like this was your 25th match, my nigga. You did not pay your dues, bro. You are good. You know what I'm saying? You know what you're doing. You got a respect for the business, but paid his dues is crazy, bro. That's a little crazy. I'm not gonna lie. But shout out BDE, man. He a cool ass nigga. I'm just saying if we talking about the line that he said, that's like a little crazy. Like pay your dues, man. Come on, bro. But as for the match, it was a good ass match. Like BDE, he a good seller. He a decent little worker. I ain't gonna hold you. Not to say little to be rude, but he a decent worker. Like he was also in the ring with Nick Nemeth, so that goes without saying. But yeah, man, it was good. Then Ryan Nemeth came out absolutely yapping, but he's good at that. He's good at irritating me by saying bullshit. So, hey man, that's qualities of a good heel, I guess. Fuck it. Then Mara came out. He clotheslined Mara because he is backdoor as fuck. Ryan Nemeth is a piece of shit. Uh, Ash by Elegance is going to return to competition. That's good. I thought she had a medical scare that had forced her to retire. She's able to come out of retirement. I'm not complaining about that. That's fire, man. She's been doing career level work in TNA. She's improved herself in every aspect of her game. and I'm happy that she's able to compete again. The Concierge, I've gone on record multiple times saying I think the Concierge is one of the best parts of TNA. That nigga is fucking hilarious, for lack of a better term. The Concierge, he gets a laugh out of me literally every time he's on screen. That nigga knows how to get heat, and he knows how to be annoying as fuck. And that's really all I have to say about the Elegance brand. Then there was the Stacks and the Hometown Man match. Nothing crazy. Elijah versus Jason Hotch. Another not crazy match. It wasn't. It was a good match. It didn't really move me. It was whatever to me. I don't really got much to say about it. Jada Stone. The backstage promo was all right. She seems she got some enthusiasm, got a little bit of character. I didn't see much. Gotta wait till we actually get to see her compete and shit. As of right now, there's not much to say. Elena Black had a match tonight. Elena Black had a match. This is the Hardys and Righteous promo I talked about. Now, this is where we get to the meat. This is where we get to the meat and bones, bruh. Feast or fired. Trey Miguel, he got a shot at the international title. Eddie Edwards got a shot at the world title. Eric Young got a shot at the X Division Championship. And Steve Macklin got his ass fired. Steve Macklin got fucking fired, man. I don't know what's about to happen to Steve Macklin. I really hope that this is just kayfabe and he's not leaving TNA. I'm not going to hold you. If TNA loses Steve Macklin, that is a big-ass loss, bro. And it needs to be treated as such. And if they're losing Steve Macklin, they need to recruit now. I need to see a signing tomorrow. Matter of fact, I need to check my phone. I need to see a signing right now. Because if y'all really losing Steve Macklin that easily, I hate telling good people bad news, bro. Y'all got to recoup that loss. Eddie Edwards came out, confronted Santana. Now, this match, man. This match. AJ Francis versus Rich Swann. Great main event. I cannot continue to sing AJ Francis praises, bro. The way this man has changed his career, and all the people that don't watch TNA just continue to think he's ass, and it's mind-boggling to me because AJ Francis has been operating on a whole different level since joining TNA, since the start of 2025. AJ Francis has really been doing his thing. He's been he's elevated himself. Oh my God, bro. I can't even talk about this shit, bro. Look, AJ Francis versus Rich Swann. Rich Swann, with all his controversy, phenomenal wrestler. They were able to put together a phenomenal main event. There were a few times during the main event when I was like, hold on, nigga. Hold on. The match should be over, but they still, it was a good match, bro. I'm not complaining that much. AJ Francis looked great. Rich Swann looked great. I think AJ should have won, but fuck it, bro. End of the show. Not Zaria. Fuck. What's her name? Daria and Kazarian. They had to have a meeting backstage. We're going to find out what that's headed for next week, man. Overall, today's episode of TNA, I have to give it like a 6.5. It was a calm, cool episode. The main event carried. Feast or Fired tension kind of carried. And yeah, next week I'm going to need them to come a little harder. It was an okay episode. I'm not going to gas it up. I've seen TNA, even with this abysmal roster, I've seen TNA have better television. And that's what we're going to need to see. And that's what everybody going to need to see when we talk about how they going to shape up this 2026, bro. It's been Jay Aries. I'm off this shit, man. Y'all have a blessed night.